This is Stu Ellis reporting on behalf of the Illinois Soybean Association Checkoff Program.
We hope you have August 2nd marked on your calendar. That's Crop Physiology Field Day at the University of Illinois. Fred Belo, Dr. Connor Sable, both going to be speaking along with a number of the graduate students who've done some fantastic research trying to put more money in your pocket. And we're not in a cornfield, of course, but Connor, we're in a treasure here. You like to think that that some of the things that are left over that you're growing soybeans out of are treasure instead of trash.
Completely, Stu, right? So sometimes when farmers talk about residue and the word trash gets in there, and I like to say, one crop's trash could be another crop's treasure, especially when we're in soybean following corn, right? That corn stalks, right? There's good nutritional value there. We want to use that to our advantage. Can we release that nutrition from the corn stover from last year to feed the next year's soybean crop?
So what kind of nutrients are in this residue?
Yep, so when we think about nutrients and residue, almost all our nutrients are in there in some form, but there's a good amount of nitrogen, potassium especially in that residue, and sulfur as well. And those are three nutrients that the next year's crop certainly could take advantage of if we can get it to release fast enough. And that's the key to making it treasure, right? It's trash if it doesn't release it, but if we can get it to release, now it's a nutrient treasure source for us.
So how do we do that?
Great question. So, from a corn stalk perspective, we really like the idea of mechanical sizing residue. Expose the surface area of that corn stalk so it can then be acted upon by the microbes in our soils to release the nutrition a little faster, simply increasing that surface area of the residue. We're also doing a little bit of fall applied nitrogen and sulfur, just enough to stimulate the microbes to go after that fresh carbon, but not enough to be, in excess that we're losing it with our water as well. And then some biological sprays, right? So we're looking at bio stubble busters is what we often hear to try and accelerate the decomposition process.
So there's physical, there's chemical, and it's a matter of really using those microbes to do the hard work for you.
Completely, Stu. Those microbes, they're in our soils, right? They are doing so much work behind the scenes. And can we just give them a little bit of help, right? Make it easier to get to the job, so to speak, by exposing the surface area. Give them a little extra food to go after it. And we've seen some really good success pairing those management systems together. And exactly what management practices and how to pair them together is what we're going to be talking about at that Crop Physiology Field Day.
All right, that's coming up on August 2nd. You can go to the website and find out all the details about it. It's in the morning that day. There'll be a lunch following, and down on South 1st Street, just southwest of campus. August 2nd. I'm Stu Ellis.
That's your soybean update. To learn more about the Illinois Soybean Association and the checkoff that pays off, go to ilsoy.org.